My 42F partner, 47M, is really trying to better themselves with hygiene and cleanliness, and I feel really guilty about being frustrated. I, 42F, really like my partner 47M. They are so sweet and romantic, completely madly in love with me and treat me like a princess. They are a bit of an oddball, maybe on the spectrum, which I like about them. They are very creative and nerdy about their passions, movies and music. For example, one way they express their feelings is by creating compilations for me of songs that have words or evoke feelings they want to share, but also are stylistically things they think I would enjoy, and they are very often right. I love being with this partner. They are a unique and amazing human being, and I'm so lucky I get to share my love with them. At the start of our relationship, I noticed some issues with their level of hygiene and cleanliness at home. They were very receptive and made efforts to work on those things. Now, this weekend I went over to their place, which I've been doing since we started dating this summer, and stayed there 4 days. Usually I stay 2 days. Their place is tidy, things are put away, but it is dirty, layers of dust, grimy floors, crumbs or rings of drinks on the table. This weekend they walked in the house with their boots on and got snow, mud and salt all over the floors and didn't clean it up. I think they don't mind walking around and getting their socks wet and dirty, but I don't like that. In terms of hygiene, they have made big improvements since we started dating, showering before we meet, putting on clean clothes, wiping their mustache, cutting hand and toe nails, washing their hands and nails, but they still struggle with brushing their teeth. They will stick their toothbrush in their mouth for 10 seconds tops and leave their soapy toothbrush on the counter without rinsing it properly, making white stains everywhere, and the toothpaste dries and cakes onto their toothbrush. We had instances when we started dating where they were not so clean in their genital area. After the moment, we did talk about how important it is to be clean for each other, and since then it has been better. But it's still a bit of an issue, and I feel like I have to be vigilant or on top of it, and I don't like that feeling or being put in that position. This weekend, referring to their teeth brushing, I told them I didn't feel like I should have to say this to a 47-year-old man. I want them to know why I'm frustrated. That's why I communicated about this with them, and they really are good at listening and taking constructive criticism. They really try their best to make improvements and really care about making me feel comfortable and safe. I just don't like that I feel like I'm trying to change them. I want to accept them as they are, but I told them that, as they are now, is not compatible with my level of comfort and expectations of cleanliness with a partner. Also, that they shouldn't be doing these things for me but for themselves. I think they have issues with self-love and self-respect, and that's why have neglected themselves and their space for so long. I also think they might not have learned to do these things properly when they were younger. And possibly that being on the spectrum makes them oblivious to things that some would find physically uncomfortable, like having dirty wet socks on, or details they would find off-putting, like not seeing layers of grime and dirt accumulated on doors and shelves. Is that a thing for people on the spectrum? When we talked, I tried to be non-judgmental, but I feel I could have done a better job of it. Feel so bad. I told them I felt conflicted because it shouldn't be my job to have to tell them these things. Anyone else, and I would have broken up with them or stopped coming to their place. That it makes me question and doubt whether it is safe/clean enough for me to be intimate with them. They listened but were really upset, tearing up. I think they are just really scared I will leave them. They said my points were valid and they want to work on these things. But also that they haven't done nothing and have been trying really hard, and things are way better than before. Although they are right about that, these excuses kind of irked me. I'm just worried that things will slip back towards a level of cleanliness I'm not comfortable with, and that I have to keep reminding them of the importance of this. Or that it's just not good enough. For example, they brushed their teeth after our conversation, and rinsed off the brush part of their toothbrush but still left foam all over the handle. Just still feels not sanitary, and I don't want to have to police the level of cleanliness of everything they do. Feels like I'm being nitpicky, which I don't want to do. I don't want to have to deal with this at all, with anyone I'm dating. Just feels like too much. How do I balance being patient and supportive as someone works on themselves to develop healthy routines and care for themselves, and standing up for my needs in a relationship? At what point is it okay to say to myself, well, they just have a different standard than me and that's okay?